My name's Jeb, and I'm gonna clone some tomatoes. It's summertime in the garden. We got our bolted cilantro, letting that go to seed. Bolted lettuce, gonna tear that out soon. We even got a bolted radish. Didn't even know that happened. I guess the seeds have to come from somewhere. I don't know if I'd call that dill bolted. Looks pretty nice. You know, nice thing is tomatoes don't bolt. But it's the middle of June and this one's gone off the edge of the trellis. That's one plant. Two main stems, and we got some suckers that have snuck their way out of it. But this corn is going to come out soon. You can see the ears in there. And I want another tomato plant. So I'm going to clone it. And that's just going to entail cutting off a growing tip, putting it in a moist medium, and putting it in a nice happy place. This isn't going to be a how-to guide because I tried to clone a tomato plant about a week ago and it died. It's been in the 90s and I left it outside. So these I'm going to put inside. And this main growing tip here, that's going to be one. We'll have to find a good place to cut it. And the other two we're going to get from suckers. And a sucker, or side shoot, is a secondary growing tip that appears. Here's the main stem, and there's the branch, just with leaves. And here, in the V, is a sucker. And I'm going to trim this off. This one's got some bugs on it, so we'll make sure we don't get one that's too infected. We'll end up trimming this off, putting it in a little cup. I'm going to do 2 with vermiculite and 1 with potting soil. It would be best if potting soil will work for me, because then the roots will grow in there and I can get the plant started. I think the vermiculite might work better. I don't know, maybe because it has more oxygen, and then I'll have to transplant it into potting soil. And let's get our cups and see what that looks like. And here's our 3 red party cups. I'm going to put these tomato side shoots in. And you can see the water dripping there. I just moistened them up. My last time, which might have been one of my mistakes, other than leaving it outside, I used potting mix. And I didn't have a hole in the bottom because I thought, well, we got to keep it moist, and probably should still use a hole. And with the vermiculite, this is, I don't know, medium size horticultural grade vermiculite. I've got smaller holes, so it doesn't all pour out the bottom. And this one's even got less holes, so we'll see how it goes. And hopefully we can get, we just need 1 plant, and if we have extra, we'll give those away. Let's go trim some suckers. And I'm going to start with the growing tip right here. This is coming off, and we're probably going to trim it about there. We'll leave this last fruit to develop, and I'm going to cut off these blossoms. I don't think you want blossoms when you're cloning tomatoes. I've heard that it won't grow roots if it has blossoms, but I don't need blossoms that soon. And we'll trim it up, and it's going into the cup. Hey Roger, get out of the garden please. There's our trimmed sucker. Actually, this is the main growing tip of that part of the plant. And I trimmed off the lower branches. I cut it at an angle. I have no idea if you're supposed to do that, but it just seemed right. And let's get this in here. And there, this is going to wilt down, I'm sure. We're going to get this indoors. And hopefully, this will become a nice new tomato plant. Well, here is Roger and our 3 plants. Well, 3 hopefully plants that make it. And some of them have aphids on it. Some could have bugs that I can't see. And I could try to pick them all off. Roger, don't eat the plants. Thank you. I could try to pick them all off or blast them with water or, oh, I know, spray them with neem oil and wait a week. Yeah. So I'm going to spray them. I do not want to spray them. They don't even have roots. But I'm bringing them in the house and I don't want to start a plant with bugs on it. So I'm going to spray it with some pyrethrin spray. And this should knock anything out that's on there. Like I said, not ideal to be spraying them right away. I probably should have done that before, and then the next day trim them. They're already drooping in the heat, so let's get them sprayed and get them into the cool house. Thanks for watching.